big question for me when addressing concerns in Malawi is, where would you even begin? But personally, I'm most encouraged by where you're able to end. A couple years ago, I had the privilege of doing a documentary on one of my friends. His name is Lesson Pace. He grew up on the streets of Malawi, Africa as an orphan, where at a young age he began asking people if he could live with them. He grew up starving, neglected, and experiencing a lot of abuse. But his story today looks vastly different. He's on track to be the valedictorian of his class. He knows what it's like to go to sleep with a full belly. And most importantly, he is becoming a spiritual giant in his environment. He's being fed not only physical food, but also the spiritual food that comes from Jesus and knowing him as his personal savior. Right now, through the orphan feeding program known as the Lighthouse, U-Turn Ministries is decreasing the number of orphans in Africa that are in need. Additionally, they're also decreasing the number of people that need clean water. Through drilling and repairing wells, U-Turn Ministries has given clean water to tens of thousands of people across Southeast Africa. Most importantly, U-Turn Ministries is decreasing the amount of people that need Jesus. Through their church planting effort, they've seen over 3.8 million people hear the gospel of Jesus for the first time. They've planted over 100 churches and have 10 leadership training programs. As William Frederick Hasely Jr. says, there are no great people in the world, only great challenges which ordinary people rise to meet. While U-Turn Ministries is doing the work every day to decrease the number of people in need across Southeast Africa, the work is far from over. I can't drill a well, I can't pastor a church, I can't lead an orphan feeding program, but I can tell stories. God has placed a calling on my life to be a missionary in Malawi, Africa, to tell the story of the work that he is already doing there, to tell the story of how the numbers are being decreased of people in need day by day. My first step in becoming a missionary is to gather a team of people that will support me prayerfully and financially on a month-to-month basis. I'll be a self-funded missionary, which means I'm responsible for raising the support that's required for me to answer this calling. And it's through your partnership that we'll be able to see more orphans fed, more wells drilled, and more lives changed. Will you join me in telling the story of the work that God is already doing in Africa?